thing is, it's kind of boring because it's only green. And we got pedestrian street, which is starting here. And I should have filmed this yesterday because there were like a lot more people. So as I was saying, this is a 360 traveler, and I'm here on the main pedestrian street in Sofia, Bulgaria. Yesterday you had a lot of people, and you still have a lot of people right now, don't get me wrong, but you had like even more people yesterday. That's when just like locals come to hang out, have a beer, have a snack, have some food. And I gotta say that I was here, spent quite a bit of time in the city almost 15 years ago, and I don't remember much of it. I think it has changed quite a bit. I definitely don't remember this part, and I think this part was totally different. I think that this city has changed so much that it's just not recognizable. It cannot be recognized. Okay. But I really do like this little cafes with this like shades. It looks very cozy. It looks, I don't know, it's very sweet, and it's really it's relaxing and refreshing, and it just feels good to see these places. I don't envy this cars that have to cross here because there are always people crossing here. Pedestrian. So at first I wanted to go one way and then to return. So on one side and to return on the other side, but I don't think I'm going to do that. It's getting late and it's getting a little too dark. But what I should do is just like really take my time to appreciate the street. I think it makes Sofia more pleasant. So as I was saying, I'm going to leave tomorrow. I'm supposed to spend more time here, but I just want. And yeah, I'm just gonna take this street and then come back. So you guys can see. See the view from here. Actually, yeah, just almost as many people now as. Oh shit! Oh my God, really? As yesterday. I mean, honestly, it's pretty busy. I mean, and you have this one here, which like all of them are like so cute. I mean, you get these flowers here, which are fake, but it's such a nice place. I mean, those places are so nice. So I don't know what's the point of that thing, that shade, because there's nothing on top, so it could like prevent the sun. So I don't know if during the rest of the day, earlier, there was something, maybe the shade was on, was covering, but yeah, just like here. Probably yes. You get this one, it feels more like an inside kind of thing. You still have the shade here. But I haven't really seen this kind of like little cafes, little houses with shades and window glasses and stuff in any other part of the world. Any part of the world, I don't know. I haven't seen that very much. I mean, I must have seen it, but not as prevalent as here. Just like everywhere, like just so many of them on the same pedestrian street, right? So it makes it pretty cool. I admit it, I like it. Now will I live in Sofia? Probably not, but I don't know why. Yesterday I arrived here. I was in Athens. I was staying for 2 weeks, and I really had a good time there. And I arrived here, and I was like, I don't know. I felt a little. There was this melancholic vibe. I felt a little depressed. Maybe it's just me. I don't know why. Maybe it's all the fucking history of this place. And don't get me wrong. I mean, people are pretty happy here. I'm actually impressed how, you know, kind of like smiling and cheerful Bulgarians can be. I didn't specifically remember that. I didn't remember the opposite either, but yeah, so. And I was told in a hostel, like, there was this Argentinian couple telling me, well, actually, like, in the countryside, Bulgarians are like much more friendly and so on, which is always basically the case, right? I mean, most of the time, France, you go to Paris, people are not going to be as friendly as if you go to the countryside, smaller cities, so smaller towns. But the thing was that, okay, like Bulgarians here in the city didn't strike me as being so unfriendly. I haven't met a lot of them. I haven't gone to many shops, but I've just seen people. I just looked at people smiling and so on. You know, not just interacting with me, but interacting with themselves, and they look pretty jolly. So, right, but that's also something that has to do with the more south you go, like Mediterranean countries. Right? Not to bring up stereotypes here, but the more north you go, the less sun you got during the year, and less, you know, like happy people tend to be, and friendly toward one another. So yeah, I mean, for example, if you go like to Hungary, which is not that much higher, but Hungary has one of the highest rate of suicide in the world, right? You go to Poland, you know, this country is a little bit more north. If you simply go to Russia, people are not known to be always the most friendly people in the world, and it can be, don't get me wrong, but generally, like, even Russia is it's kind of like something cultural. Like, you can't really smile. If you smile, then you're stupid. For people, like, smiling, it's like smiling too much. Just demonstrate that you're not very serious, you're not very smart. So, you know, one thing leads to the other, and then, like, generally speaking, people, you know, are not gonna be very, like, outgoing, smiling, friendly, just because, yeah, it's not a big sign of you're not very high in the scale of yeah, I mean, as a person, in the class system, like, or whatever. So we ending this little pedestrian trip here, and here right now, I mean, during the week, we get like a lot of adults, and we have a lot of teenagers that probably finished school or whatever and come hang out here on their way back from school. I don't know, I'm just assuming. Yeah, so then we're gonna cross a park. By the end of this park, there is, oh my god, there is an exchange office where I want to go, and you get like a lot of like tall people, tall girls, and that's what I'm surprised about. That people here are quite tall, because I'm like, okay, like Bulgaria is in, it's almost Mediterranean. Wait, it's not Mediterranean. It's like it's close to Greece, and I always thought, apparently wrongly, that because it's kind of like southeast Europe, that people are going to be like a little shorter than, you know, like Sweden and so on. But like, if you just think about Croatia also, people are really tall in Croatia, and here's the same thing here. I've been surprised to see that people on average, as an average, are like can be taller than 180, maybe so be like 5'10", 5'11", and honestly that's pretty impressive, because I'm only like 5'9", 5'10", 177, and I feel a little short here. Yeah, I feel a little short because people are quite tall, and even like women, some of them like really beautiful, are really tall, taller than me, or just as tall as me. Yeah, that can be a little surprising at first. Well, another thing I noticed here, but since a long time ago, is that, for example, I was at this concert, so back about 14, 15 years ago, when I was here for a while. And honestly, as I was saying, I don't recognize any place here. Everything seems to have changed so drastically. So when I was here at this concert, I mean, it's not like a big thing, but it's just simply that I was the only blonde guy. Like, and I'm not blonde, but I'm like kind of blonde. And yeah, so it's the only blonde guy. I mean, people here can be, oh, there's a blonde girl here. I don't know if she's local, if she's boring. But, she doesn't seem to be natural, but anyway. So I don't know if she's a local and she's Bulgarian and blonde. Well, local and Bulgarian is kind of pleonasm, but yeah. Then she'd be one of the only blonde Bulgarian girls I've ever seen. So that I was saying. That's what I was saying. I was at this concert so a long time ago, and I'm just saying, using this anecdote, because they were like, it was a small concert, it's like maybe a couple of thousand people, but maybe less than that. And I was the only kind of blonde guy, okay? So people here are like darker than, let's say, from Czech Republic, from Slovakia, from Croatia. But so some of them are like, they can be like quite dark, like pretty dark, and some of them not that much dark, and it could be mixed up with Russians, almost Russians, because there are a lot of blonde Russians. So let's say it could be mixed up with people from Czech Republic. All right, but some of them are so dark that they could be mixed up with actual like Asian people, so like Middle East people. So they quite a drastic difference in terms of like genetics, and I mean, I guess Bulgaria is a mix of a lot of different people. But then, wow, when I was walking there yesterday, I didn't see any. I saw a couple here and there, like Asian, black, but they were like mostly tourists. So it's a very homogeneous society too. All right, so on one hand, people, there's a shade of like just like white to darker, but always a little dark. And then I don't know if what I'm saying now is like not politically correct. I'm just realizing it might be. I'm realizing it a little late, but I'm not saying anything bad about any of that. I'm just saying that if you come here, then that's what you're gonna encounter. You're gonna encounter people which are a little lighter skin, a little darker. There's nothing wrong with one type of people or the other, but it's just interesting to see this variation, because you don't really see that in other countries. Like for example, in the rest of the Eastern Bloc, so Eastern or Central Europe, people are like generally they look kind of similar in terms of skin color, like if in Czech Republic, Poland, and so on. But here in Bulgaria, there is a certain variation, which is interesting. But then you really have like a very homogeneous type of people too within this variation. While you don't have a lot of migration. That's what I'm saying. You don't have like a lot of Asian people, a lot of like black people, Middle Eastern people, and so on. So it's very homogeneous, place too. And obviously, Bulgaria is still one of the countries which is struggling the most in Europe. So where poverty is still, is still a thing, sadly. So that's why you don't have a lot of immigration, because why would people want to immigrate here, right? Anyway, so I might just cut this video now. I'm looking for the change. And now it's only like 8, and I'm going to change my. I'm at a metro here, NDK. All right, I already passed the change. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here. Oh. Gonna go back. So I was looking for an exchange office, and I just noticed this place on the map. It was just showing, and so I don't know if it's still there, I don't know if it's open. It was there on Google Map. And here's some pictures, and apparently the exchange rate was really good. Now, I'm afraid that it might just be closed, because everything looks pretty much closed here. I gotta find a change here. Because if I don't, I'm kind of screwed. Okay. Still nothing's open and stops. So I can see change non-stop. So apparently it's gonna be open. So the change is not as good as and the US dollar is just the best, which is really good. All right, so I gotta check how much is the Singapore dollar, because I have some Singapore dollars, and, but I should have. No, US dollar is not actually. The euro is better actually. The euro is better. Okay, but anyway, so that was it. There was the 360 Traveler. I'm gonna change some money here. I'm not gonna show you because I don't know, it's a little weird. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make another video maybe here in Sofia either tonight after that, or tomorrow morning, or tomorrow before I go to Plovdiv. If everything is fine, I should go to Plovdiv tomorrow morning. In the meantime, thanks for watching. The 360 Traveler. See you in the next one. Peace.